Okay, it seems that my audio wasn't working the first time I did this. So we're going to do it again. That's okay. So welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. It's been one of those kind of mornings. I'm running so much off my regular schedule. Maybe it was the full moon yesterday. That's okay. We're here now. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments because I think I can see the comments on Facebook. You know, there are so many moving parts when you're doing this. It's quite amazing. So today is Wisdom Wednesday, and for the month of January, I'm talking about leadership. And today's topic is leading others. Now, throughout history, we can look at stories of those who were leading others to good, which is awesome. I've been watching the movie Emily Dickinson on Netflix, and it's right at the time of when the Americans were freeing the slaves, right in there. So you could see a lot of great leadership. Oh, good. Thank you, Anna. So you could see some great leadership qualities in there as people were stepping and vying for leadership. Now, some people are leading for good, some are leading for not so good. And that's what we're talking about today. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about, hi, honey, we are talking about leading others, but we're going to go real personal on this. And I learned a great deal about leadership when I did my formal shamanic studies. So I want to share with you an exercise that I do with my clients. It's called Your Best and Worst Manager. So think about the best manager you ever had when it comes to engaging and mobilizing people, or mobilizing you, or engaging you. You know, what behaviors did he or she model? Yeah, who's the best one? There's some outstanding leaders for sure, the best ones. And they will model how you will behave. So let me give you an example. So my best manager / shamanic teacher was Gael Carter. And one behavior that she did that I try to emulate, and that is harnessing energy. That's a big part of shamanic studies, is to be able to harness that energy so that you can use it. You learn how to make it big, and you learn how to harness it and bring it in, and you learn discernment. That's a really big word that's used a lot in the shamanic studies. Discern what to use, when, and how. And we'd be 30 people in the class. And when she spoke to me, it felt like there was no one else in the room. Have you ever had that happen? It was like everybody else was like freeze frame, and her energy was 100% focused on me. And when I spoke to her one-on-one, there could be 10 people waiting in line. It didn't matter. She focused only on the person she was talking to. It's truly an amazing skill to have. And to me, that is a real great example of a leader. Leaders manage their own energy so that they can lead and guide the energy of those around them. Have you ever, on the other hand, had a conversation with someone who keeps looking around? Yeah, I worked for a member of parliament, and he would take you out to lunch, and he would look around like, oh, maybe somebody better will walk into the room instead of being stuck talking to Linda. It's like, really? It just doesn't feel very good to have that energy around you. Now, think about the worst manager you ever had when it comes to engaging and mobilizing people. What behavior did he or she model? Now, what I find intriguing is that there's a similarity between all my worst managers, and I've had some doozies. And I put them in the worst categories based on one thing. They yelled at me. I don't like it when people yell at me, and I don't know a single person who likes being yelled at. There's an old book that I'd like to quote. It's called It Gives You Cold Prickles. They had cold prickles and warm fuzzies. Even if you don't have staff, you're in a position to lead others. More than now than ever, the world needs your gifts, needs you to step into your leadership. Have you felt the spiritual revolution that's going on right now? I'm speaking to so many, mostly women, because that's what who I speak with. There's this spiritual uprising that's coming inside of us. That's the leader in us that is ready to step out, to share your gifts, to make the world a better place. And leading others does not mean being soft or letting people do whatever they want to do. You are doing people a disservice if people within your responsibility, within your circle of influence, by not providing them with clear expectations, guidance, and sometimes even discipline or even dismissal. And I don't mean beating on them. Don't beat on anybody. You can do that from a center of love. And I've done that with my clients. They didn't know how to dismiss someone from a center of love. Someone I fired, let her go, came back to me years later and said, "Thank you for letting me go. My life completely changed. I was so mad at you that day. I was ready to reach across the desk, but I came from a center of love." And she came back and she thanked me. And I've seen that happen again and again. And it's much easier on both parties if you approach it from a center of love. Let the anger go, put the anger in a box, and come at it with a center of love. If you want to be leading others, the way we're going to change this world right here, right now, is to come from a center of love in everything we say, do, and think. And certainly when we're leading others from a center of love. When my clients have moved from yelling at their staff, don't yell at your staff, to not yelling at your staff, I said, "So did productivity improve?" Yeah, they do. They're staying later. They're working a little bit through lunch. There's more productivity. When we operate from a center of love, and you can do that yourself every morning. Love yourself. We talked about that already. And step into that power that you have of love, of leading others from a center of love. So what does leading others look like for you? Drop a note in the comment. How do you define it? How do you lead others? I hope you enjoyed us today. Thank you for your patience with my no sound. I've got a new system, so I don't have the, so that my voice is aligned with my lips so that it doesn't have a delay, and it had uninstalled itself. Anyway, thank you for being with me. Wisdom Wednesday. This is where I'm sharing shamanic wisdom teachings with you. Thank you for being with me. I love you, and I'll see you soon.